Hello, hockey fans, and thank you for joining us for another edition of Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps. Remember, you can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and of course our YouTube channel. And for live game coverage, log on to flowhockey.tv, where you can sign up for monthly or season passes. Coming into the weekend, Minnesota State was in first place by 2 points after the sweep of Michigan Tech last week. They had 33 points, followed by Bowling Green and Northern Michigan. The Huskies had dropped to fourth, 4 points ahead of Lake Superior State. Then the Beavers, Nanooks, Chargers, Bulldogs, and Seawolves. Minnesota State, winners of the McNaughton Cup last year as regular season champs, looking to go back-to-back, which would be 4 out of the last 5. But hey, we still got a ways to go. The Mavericks on the road this past weekend at Ferris State, and there was drama. MSU jumped out to a 2-0 first period lead on the Bulldogs thanks to a pair of goals by Reggie Lutz and Jake Jaremko. But Ferris State chipped away at the lead, getting goals from Zach Tierney and Lucas Finner, so we head into overtime. But the Mavericks need just over 3 minutes to get the GW from Ian Scheid. Minnesota State wins Game 1 3-2. DRYDEN MCKAY turned away 17 shots in the victory. Just like on Friday night, the Mavs jump out to a 2-0 lead on goals by Dallas Jarads and another by Lutz. Nate Callan would help pull Ferris State within 1, but no heroic comeback on this night. MSU wins 2-1 for the road sweep and 6 more points on the weekend. McKay added 25 more stops in goal. Alabama Huntsville on the road at Lake Superior State, and as they've proven this year, the Lakers can score in bunches. On Friday, they poured in 6 goals in the first period and never looked back, as 6 different players found the back of the net in the win, with Diego Cuglietta starting the night off with his 16th goal of the season, 26 seconds into the first period. Max HUMITZ was the only Laker to score twice in the 7-2 win. It was a much different story on Saturday. The game was scoreless until the third period when UAH's Madison Dunn scored on a power play to give the Chargers a 1-0 lead. But Brendan McKay knotted the score late in the period with his second goal of the season with just under 2 minutes to play. Overtime wasn't enough, so we head to a shootout, and the Chargers pull off the win and extra conference point thanks to Jesper Orval's goal. With the 1-1 tie, Lake Superior State extended its unbeaten streak to 8 games, their longest since the 2009-10 campaign. We're off to Houghton with Bowling Green battling Michigan Tech. This one, similar to the last game we just recapped, scoreless through 2 full periods before Gavin Gould broke the 0-0 tie with his 6th of the year. Justin Misiak added an insurance goal for a 2-0 win. Goaltender Ravi Beydoun made 27 saves in his first shutout of the season. A much faster start for the Falcons on Saturday as they jumped out to a 2-0 first period lead on goals by John Schilling and Alex Barber, but they'd have to hold off a furious third period comeback by the Huskies. Tyler Rockwell at 7:55 and teammate Thomas Beretta tied the game 17 seconds later, but Bowling Green responded as Barber picked up his second goal of the night on the power play for a 3-2 win and series split. Eric Dopp made 34 saves for the Falcons. Onward to Bemidji, Alaska in town to take on the Beavers, and they were keyed on offense by a strong defense, namely goaltender Zach Driscoll, who helped BSU survive a scoreless first period before Owen Sillinger took over. He netted the game's first goal early in the second period, which would turn out to be his team-leading 3rd game winner of the season. Tyler Vold and Ethan Somoza would also score in the 3-0 win. Driscoll made an impressive 25 saves for Bemidji. Alaska was able to finally break through on Saturday as Riker Lear opened the scoring for the Nanooks with his 4th of the year. That lead stood until late in the third when Justin Baudry tied it up on the power play, so another game goes to overtime, and lo and behold, it's Justin Young for the Nanooks, netting his first goal of the season just 52 seconds into the extra frame to give Alaska the 2-1 victory as Anton Martinson stopped 29 of 30 shots to push the series to a split. Our final series is the second straight for Northern Michigan in the 49th state, Wildcats at Anchorage. They got off to a good start as they scored 2 goals with less than 90 seconds to play in the first, with both Joseph Nardi and Denver Pierce getting on the board. After Jeremiah Lutke made it a one-goal game, Garrett Klee extended the lead and NMU would pull away from there. 5-1 the final as Nardi added another along with a late goal by Adam Rockwood. On Saturday, Andrew Lane started the scoring for UAA and the Seawolves held that lead into the third period before the Wildcats clawed back. They exploded for 4 third-period goals to erase the 1-0 deficit and clinch a sweep of their road series with a 4-1 win. Coupled with last week's sweep at Alaska, the victory gave the Wildcats a perfect 4-0 record and 12 points in their 2-week trip to Alaska. NMU was spurred by goals from Jarrett Lee, his first of the season, Nardi, his third of the weekend, Rockwood, and Troy Loggins. Ate Tolvanen turned away 17 shots in the win. Minnesota State extends their lead, now 3 points in front of Northern Michigan, who overtakes Bowling Green for second. The Falcons are followed by Michigan Tech and Lake Superior State. 4 points behind them, you find Bemidji State, then Alaska, UAH, Ferris State, and Anchorage. Coming up this weekend, Lake State travels to Mankato. The Seawolves make the 4,000-mile trip to face the Chargers. Michigan Tech is at Bemidji, their Friday game, by the way, outdoors on Lake Bemidji as a part of Hockey Day, Minnesota. And finally, Bowling Green heads to Fairbanks. Northern Michigan and Ferris State are both idle. On Friday, the expected high in Bemidji is 3 degrees below zero. Yikes, that'll be a chilly one. We finish with our weekly awards. Our WCHA Forward of the Week is Lake Superior State's Max HUMITZ. In his first series back with the Lakers after the passing of his father, HUMITZ tallied 2 goals and 2 assists for 4 points as the Lakers went 1-0-1 against Alabama Huntsville. With his performance this weekend, HUMITZ extended his point streak to 5 games. Our WCHA Defenseman of the Week, and you might as well etch this one in stone, BEAULIEU of Northern Michigan for the 2nd week in a row. He scored a pair of assists in the series opener on Friday for his 21st career multi-point outing. He led the WCHA among defensemen with his 3 assists and 3 points. His +5 rating also tied for the conference lead among blue liners. Our goaltender of the week is DRYDEN MCKAY of Minnesota State, who had 45 saves on 48 shots for a .938 save percentage and a 1.46 goals against average in 2 wins at Ferris State last weekend. The freshman made 17 saves on Friday to go with 28 on Saturday. And our Rookie of the Week is GRIFFIN LOUGHRAN from Northern Michigan, who continued his scoring tear with a league-leading 3 points amongst WCHA rookies over the weekend. His 2 assists on Friday was his 3rd multi-point game since December 15th. He also added an assist on Saturday's game-winning goal. Remember to look us up on any of your favorite social media sites. And for live game coverage, log on to flowhockey.tv. There you can sign up for monthly or season passes. Thanks again for joining us. We'll be back with more next week. This has been Inside the WCHA. I'm Ryan Phelps.